Hey you, so today we're going to be doing this holiday look. It's part of my little holiday season thing, festive holiday season little mini series thing that I'm doing here. So far I've done a festive holiday look, and on my channel I already had a classic glamour look, which is just basic neutral eyes, sparkly neutral eyes, and red lips. And then the festive one was more of a cranberry with like really nude lips. So I do have those two up already, and this is the third look that I'm going for, and it's more of a dramatic, dark, grungy look. I don't know. So I really wanted to do more of a grunge, smoky kind of eye for the holiday season, because I know not everybody's into the whole festive look or the glamour look, more maybe into this kind of look. So yeah, I really love this look, and I actually gave 3 lip combinations that you can use with this look. You can pretty much do whatever you want with your lips, but I just gave you 3 of my personal favorites. So if you guys want to learn how to do this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So I already went ahead and primed my eyes. I used Lorac's Behind the Scene eyeshadow primer, and then over that I went over it with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Just looks like that. And I just applied a thin layer of that onto my eye. So we're first going to take the Lorac Pro 2 palette, and this fluffy brush I'm going to be taking the color Nectar, which is just a really pretty soft peachy shade, and I'm going to be adding this into my crease area. So just make sure to blend that in really well. So the next shade that we're going to be taking is the color Cool Gray, and I'm just going to be taking that on the very tip of the brush, and I'm just going to be adding this to the outer like half of the eye in the crease area. I'm going to go back into the first brush, and I'm just going to blend the two together. Still with the same palette, I'm going to be taking the color Chrome, and it's just a really pretty taupe color. I don't really know how to describe it. It's gorgeous. So I'm just going to be taking that color and applying it onto the lid, and make sure to use patting motions. So now I'm going to go into the color Plum with a fluffy brush. I'm just going to go into the color Plum here, and I'm just going to be adding this to the outer portion of the eye. And going back with the blending brush that we used for the Cool Gray, just blend that inwards. And if you feel like you lost any of the Nectar color, just go right back into it and just reapply a little bit of it. So for the highlight, I'm going to go into this Anastasia of Beverly Hills palette, and I'm going to be taking the color Fresh. It has a little bit more of a pink tone to it, so that's why I'm using it. And I'm just going to be applying that right under my eyebrow. From the same palette, I'm just going to take a smidgen, like the smallest amount of the color Noir, which is just a matte black, and I'm just going to be pressing that over the Plum color just to make it really dark and intense. And then going back into the actual Plum shade, I'm just going to reapply that because I don't want the black to be too intense. I just want it to darken up that Plum shade. So for the eyeliner, I'm actually going to use a pencil liner. This is MAC's Engraved PowerPoint pencil. I'm just going to be applying this to the top lash line, and it doesn't have to be super neat or anything because I'm actually going to go ahead and smudge it out. So just apply a line to your eye. And then I'm going to be taking this super tiny brush and just smoothing it out and kind of blending it in. Then I'm going to go back into this black shade here, and I'm just going to be applying that right over the eyeliner and blending it in. And then just so it doesn't look that harsh, I'm just going to go over it with the Plum eyeshadow brush and just kind of go over it so it's not as intense. See what I mean? It just kind of tones it down a little bit. But you don't have to do that. Now I'm going to be taking that same color and I'm just going to be applying it to the waterline and then a little bit under the waterline. And I'm also going to be tightlining my eye with this. Make sure to get the inner corner of your eye as well. And with that same itty bitty brush and that same black shade, I'm just going to go ahead and set it and smudge it down below. The number 1 from Kiss lashes, so they just look like this. And I'm just going to be using this, and this is what they look like here. I've already gone ahead and moisturized my face, so now I'm going to be using my Hangover RX primer, and I'm just going to be applying this all over my face. So I'm just going to be using this L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color W6, and I'm just going to be applying this to my face. I hate the method of applying this. Like I hardly ever use this foundation because I have to use my hands. I hate using my hands for foundation. I don't know what it is about it. I just really don't like it. I just don't like to get my hands all dirty. And then it gets the product all dirty. It's just a mess. So I'm just going to be using a damp beauty blender to blend this all in. So for concealer, I'm just going to be using my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Medium 1 Custard. And I'm also going to go ahead and use this to highlight the rest of my face. So my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. For this look especially, it's really important to do under eye concealer and bring it all the way inwards here, because this look is really dark and you don't want to like completely close off your eyes or anything. So just make sure to apply concealer and bring it all the way inwards. So to set that concealer, I'm just going to be using Bare Minerals in Well Rested, and I'm just going to go ahead and set that. The rest of my face, I'm going to be using this Ambient Lighting Powder by Hourglass, and I'm going to be taking Radiant Light to set my foundation mixed in with some dim light. I like to mix the two. I don't know why. Make sure to pat the product in because you don't want to disrupt the product by sweeping. So just pat it in. How does that movie go? Just tap it in. Tappity tap tap tap. If you guys know what that movie is, leave it down below. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Tap 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 tap. And while I still have this in my hand, I'm going to be taking the color Incandescent Light, which is the middle shade, and I'm just going to be applying this basically underneath my eye and bringing it up. Using that same brush, I'm just going to go ahead and use my bronzer, and I'm just going to be using Milani's Baked Bronzer, and this is in the color Sienna. This is part of their limited edition matte bronzers, so you can just use whatever bronzer. Just to save on brushes, I'm going to use the same one, and I'm going to go into the Chanel blush, and this is in the color Accent. I forgot what this was called, and it's just a mauve type blush. I don't know how to describe this color. It's pretty unique, and I'm just going to be applying that to my cheeks. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with Becca's Opal highlighter. It looks like this, and I'm just going to take the same fluffy brush. Just make sure to take off the excess, and I'm just going to apply this to the tops of my cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and take the Lorac Pro 2 palette again, and I'm going to be taking the color Cool Gray to blend out the black, so I don't want to just leave like a really harsh black line under there. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that one to blend it out. And make sure to go all the way into the inner corner to really blend this out. And even go around the eye like this to kind of make sure that everything kind of connects to each other. And make sure to do it to the other eye as well. And then I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of nectar, and I'm just going to be dragging that even further down to make sure that it just seamlessly blends into nothing. Now you can choose to do an inner corner highlight, or you can choose to skip it. To be true grunge, you skip it, I feel like, but I'm not gonna skip it. I'm gonna be taking the color Rose, whatever, and I'm just gonna be taking that with my small finger. It's not a super like bright highlight, and that's what I kind of want because I don't want it to be like stark white next to these dark colors. So I'm just gonna take this more like rosy champagne color and bring some light into the eyes. I'm going to be using NYX's lip pencil in the color mauve, and with that I'm just going to be using Kat Von D's Lolita. So that is it with the Lolita. So that is it with the Lolita lipstick. I think it looks so good together, and I got it everywhere. I think it really goes with the look. It kind of just gives it that oomph, I feel like, without it being too much. Another really good option is a dark lip with this, and I'm just wearing Living Legend by MAC and lined it with Nightmoth lip liner by MAC. So this is also a really cool look, and it just makes it even more grungy and vampy looking, which I totally love. Doesn't it look like I have a mustache? Laugh is it. And the last lip lotion is this one here, and this is called Styled in Sepia, and it's just like a beige cement color is how it's described online, and I just love it. It's like one of my favorite lip colors of life, and I just used Coffee Lip Liner by NYX with it. And I think this one might be my favorite because it's more cool tone, neutral toned, and I don't know, I kind of really like the vampy one, and I really like Lolita, so I like all of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that you find it helpful for the holidays for you grungy, very vampy girls out there. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season and be safe, have lots to eat, and lots of hugs and kisses from me to you. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!